wasn't raised in Richard Allen, but I raised my children in Richard Allen.
I live at 808.
Troy Stevens. I've been in Richard Allen since 1966.
My name is Tiana Lanier, and I've been living in Richard Allen for 15 years.
Betty Ann Wilson, 50 years. I'm 53. I came when I was 3. Yeah.
No, actually, one of my fondest memories is seeing my mom raise her children as a single parent. That's a good memory.
Richard Allen picnic, every year we have a Richard Allen picnic, and we go up at Lemon Hill, and everybody from Richard Allen will come, and that's the best thing I like.
Richard Allen, how we do, 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 how we do. Richard Allen, how we do, how we do, Richard Allen.
People relying on just enough income to survive projects. Well, I think now is an appropriate word for homes, but back then when we were growing up, they were projects. A lot of killings, stuff like that. So it was a project. Still happening today, but it ain't as bad. It's better to live around here. It's better for the kids and stuff,
There's no more project no more. It's Richard Allen homes now, and I can see a big change right now, a very big change. It's not the same anymore. It's really not.
Hard though, many a days. I don't live in no project. A project is something you're working on. I felt. This is dwelling where people live at. They not working on it. We lived here. You separating us from something like we ain't human. Projects, well.
The Richard Allen homes were originally built in 1941 as a federally funded housing project for 324 working-class families on 8 North Philadelphia blocks. The subsidized residential units were built in the dilapidated area of Philadelphia with the intention of rejuvenating the landscape. Today, more than 81,000 Philadelphians reside in public housing, making the Philadelphia Housing Authority the largest landlord in Pennsylvania and the 4th largest in the country. Critics believe public housing wasn't meant to be a long-term solution, including Richard Allen's most famous former tenant, comedian and actor Bill Cosby. Longtime resident Marva Lansbury couldn't disagree with him more.
I had a problem with him saying, well, this was a stop, this was a pit stop. What do you mean a pit stop? You have to consider, when did y'all ever accepted that was your home at one time? A pit, you wasn't meant for that. Well, where was you going if you couldn't afford it?
Lansbury is a local celebrity in her own right. The Philadelphia Inquirer featured her in a 1990 article about the families of Richard Allen. She believes folks shouldn't judge individuals living in public housing because inexpensive housing is still needed and the locale is prime.
Unfortunately, that I thought that I would be able to maintain the home that me and my husband was trying to buy, I couldn't. Because my husband, he really wasn't into providing like that. And before I seen me and my children on the street, I took to what I can afford to bring my children up in. And people that they sit around and they pass judgments. But it ain't fair because you don't know my struggle, you don't know my situation. Everything looks to be, don't have to be. In spite of what you think that we are making it or whatever, we're not. We living from paycheck to paycheck.
In 2005, Richard Allen added 150 beautiful new single-family homes to complement the refurbished original homes. The city hoped the addition would bring about a change to the area, hard hit by drugs and decay in the 90s, but residents have a differing opinion on whether that plan worked. Several longtime residents don't have the desire to move into the newer homes due to their increased cost. They prefer the original homes, not only for the sentimental value, but for their construction.
But I was one of the tenants that I didn't want no prefabricated houses. I fought for my original bricks.
But I know the difference in reference to the houses on this side and the houses on that side. They have central air. They pay their electric and gas, versus we don't on this side. So I don't know, what the big difference is, but I know it's all housing authority. So I know it all goes according to your income. But I know in a heartbeat, if somebody said, well, which one would you not pay? Yeah, I would jump on this. I don't know. But there's some people over here that's working versus like there's some folks that pay $50 a rent, no rent. And then you have some people on this side that pay $700 and $800 a rent because they're working. So it goes according to your income. So I don't know.
I'd say it's a slightly different mentality because the old home, nobody really cared. Like,
Because back then we had dumpsters, like now we put our trash out. It's like a generation thing. Like if you don't want better for yourself or whatever, like it'll just get passed on. You just keep on living.
The stories that I've heard about the killing and the shooting and the just don't care attitude, I can say that it has changed just a smidgen because the folks in this neighborhood still have the attitude and the mentality of before.
Although the entire area is Richard Allen homes, residents of the new homes don't necessarily associate with residents of the old.
You have your select few who talk, but they don't hang out. Like you wouldn't see somebody go knocking on the door and they sit out and pull a chair out. And, so no. But you do have some neighbors on this side that are friends with some on the other side of the street. But no, we just one side of the street. But I guess people just felt like they want to isolate themselves because, like I said, the things that's going on, just the nonsense on the block of because you want to be in control, you know. You want to start spreading rumors and tell people different things and make these families and these people afraid to come out and do different things. And it should not be like that. And it's been like that since I moved here. Like a community is not supposed to be like that at all.
But for every resident who has concerns about the neighborhood, there's more who love their home.
No trouble down here at all. It's peaceful people down here. It's peaceful people in this neighborhood.
it's fun to me. Like, I love the people around here. The neighborhood's a nice neighborhood.
I like about living near it's a lot of space and you can ride around all the spaces so you can have fun.
I don't live in no projects. I live in Richard Allen homes. As long as the good Lord give me enough money to pay the rent, I'm gonna be right here.
In North Philadelphia, I'm Kadita Kenner for Broadcast Documentary.